Well, that is simply disrespectful, Stacks. I mean, I feel like you have the most experience speaking in plat.
No,
But it
I
is
speak in diamond.
Oh, that you're right. Big distinction. My bad.
Yeah. And I
that's a lot
don't
of
speak
streams.
very often in diamond either. You know, I let my game do the talking, nose dude. Here you see
Oh.
the 8 streams that we will be bouncing back and forth between all throughout this first hour. Again, those first matchups, Oxygen and Space Station, they're all, of course, lined up as well. Rogue against the Pioneers. Rogue HQ with Spaceman is going to be just fantastic. With all apologies to Kendo and Hazmat you see below the Rogue stream, we are going to, at some point, I'm sure, tune into Rogue HQ right before an overtime, and we're going to catch Spaceman saying just some of the dumbest, craziest, funniest stuff.
It was absolutely a highlight for me to watch all these super serious streams, everybody in a tense overtime, and then we look over at Rogue HQ and Spaceman has like a comb in his beard, he's losing his mind, he's calling first killer tall as a tree. It's just outrageousness over on Spaceman's broadcast, and always a ton of fun.
By the way, you might have seen, I don't want to bury the lead here at all, huge talent news for the grid overtime. You just saw it in the top left over there. Axel Toss on the broadcast for Oxygen Esports. Great to see him back in the scene, and I cannot wait to tune in. There he is. Look at that. Always good looking.
It's been so long. I love Axel. He was always such a pleasure to talk with in person. Remember LANs? We used to have those.
Yes.
Let's oh man, yeah, I'm really happy to see him back. And you know, with Oxygen, the nice young scrappy team, I think it'll be a good fit.
Actually, speaking of LANs, you know, one of the last, you know, live events that we had in 2019 was PAX West. It was what was it? Almost Pro 5K, I think it was. And we got to actually cast Axel Toss on the stage. His team had made a pretty deep run in that tournament, and he told me afterwards it was just one of the most thrilling experiences, getting to play on the stage and actually hear the crowd go crazy when he made, like, I think the one good play he made, and to hear the casters hyping him up as well. So it was just a treat to have him out there as we get things rolling here. The first matches have started, and this would be the former Jamal Jabari. Oxygen Esports now signing a North American team, and more Axel Toss, kind of. And of course, we also have Space Station Gaming, and this would be the Oxygen stream, which is of course why we have Axel Toss showing up constantly with the stream alerts.
Now, I mean, what are your thoughts on this matchup getting into it? You know, Oxygen versus Space Station. As I mentioned earlier, I think it's fair to say Space Station is a pretty big chance of winning this. You know, Jamal Jabari, they've looked fierce here and there, but not quite finding all that much consistency.
Yeah, well, Jamal Jabari is a team that always interested me because they're always so annoying to play against. You know, they would beat NRG handily, and then they beat Envy, and then you just wouldn't hear from them. And it was so bizarre and a little bit jarring to watch how different they played between the group stage and the knockout stage. Well, now it's just one giant group stage. So maybe Oxygen's about to pop off over the next 3 weeks. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. It was ridiculous to see Oxygen or Jamal Jabari at the time go 3-0 in groups against some of the top teams in the region, and then just lose to Alpine. I believe it was 2 weeks in a row that happened.
It was
in the playoff bracket. It was brutal to watch.
Yeah, we thought Alpine was going to end up with some brutal matchups because they were losing to, I mean, everybody and their grandmother during the group stage. But gee, Jamal Jabari kept popping off, so it ended up being an easy matchup because for whatever reason, Alpine had Jamal Jabari's number. It's a new split and new beginnings for a lot of these players. And again, playing under that Oxygen banner, I think, is going to be huge for these guys because, I mean, you know, Nose Dude, I mean, you've gone from playing for, you know, not an org to actually having a name to represent, it's just a little bit different.
Yeah, the expectations and the pressure on you. Toasty, it seems like it's not getting to him too much, but I was gonna say, it can get to you. It can make you a little shaky, you know, once you're signed, once you have high expectations and you're a little more worried about losing. Whereas, I mean, we even look at G2's recent results when Rizzo was playing his final game. There's not all that much pressure on you to perform because the the roster's already changed. It's already gone. So you see them kind of hit new peaks. The pressure's not on. They're able to feel as comfortable as possible. That sense of comfortability, it might be gone for Jamal Jabari now that they're on Oxygen. But they may be playing the same, if not even better with the pressure on. You know, everybody kind of reacts differently.
Well, they are reacting okay right now with the 1-0 lead in game one. And you have to imagine just the first few games of this new competition, you're going to have nerves to some extent. It's going to be just a little bit different. I mean, you're playing at 5 o'clock in the, at least in the only time zone that matters. And,
shots fired.
Yeah, right.
For no reason at all.
Yeah, for absolutely no reason at all. But it's not a time that you're normally playing, like, to start an event. You know, it's, with a lot of these tournaments lately, you're starting early afternoon, sometimes in the morning. I mean, this is about the time AJ's getting out of bed, apparently, according to recent events.
Outrageous. I'm not even going to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, this start time might be a little more comfortable for most of the East players, at least. So we'll see if that even makes a difference. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, they're paid to play the game.
Got another one that has just started, the PB Knights. Pittsburgh Knights up against version 1. Again, we got the V1 stream going on the right side, so that'll be Lawler and Supersonic. If that game goes into overtime, of course, speaking of, we might have OT brewing over on the left, as nobody's been able to break this tie, and it doesn't seem like anybody's all that close. Not many great looks at the net. Even Space Station, when they finally got through, it took a little bit of work. I imagine we might have our first RLCS OT of the night. Go ahead and use your channel points to pick up that emote if you're not subbed, and just spam the daylights out of the RLCS OT emote. That's how we summon overtimes here on the Grid Overtime. Typical might have something to say about it, but the Fun Police have been expelled for the moment. Oh, what a save by Toasty. I think we're headed to overtime. So for the first time in way too long on twitch.tv/Rocket League, let's listen to Axel talk.
It's been their game. They've been having a lot of pressure, keeping the ball on the Space Station side, or excuse me, on the OXG side. So OXG needs to find a way out. Oh, and that might be it. The demo, they get it. Ooh, I haven't shouted into this microphone recently, so apologies. You guys are going to have to let me know if I'm too loud. Axel Toss is too loud. You're peaking. Wow, speaking of peaking. OXG, that's what you need to do. Space Station was playing a good game. Oxygen stayed patient. Look at the saves. And look at the shots from Space Station. Just firepower on the Space Station side.
There's nerves for everybody involved. Casters, players, maybe not so much production. There are nerves involved. But Axel Toss back in the casting booth. Actually, hadn't casted a lot. You know, he'd done like a couple things on his channel, but now we are good to go. So game one, going to Oxygen over there in OT. Welcome back, Axel.
Yeah, and you know what a call. Speaking of peaking, that's just the professional at work right there. What a call. My goodness, Axel. Love to see him back. Oh, and Knights tied things up with V1. I'm pretty excited for that series. V1 has been impressing me so much. I am such a V1 fan recently. Seeing Calm work out so well on this team, and they're looking better and better with every match they play. I'm really hopeful for this roster.
I had a brief run-in with D-Rect earlier. Fool's Love over on the Rocket League Esports subreddit. Fantastic statistician for all things RLCS. and he had demanded that we get 15 Game 5 overtimes today. Now, I don't think we'll get anywhere near that. I told him, 15 OTs, that's doable. 1 down, 14 to go, as Reddles has kicked off the scoring in Game 2 for Space Station, but they remain deadlocked at a goal apiece between V1 and the P Knights.
Ooh, now Rogue and KCP getting started. And KCP off to an early lead. I have not... I wouldn't have expected that. Honestly, coming into this, I thought Rogue was just going to dominate. They've looked really strong, and although both teams showing those incredibly high mechanical peaks, I feel like Rogue just does it better,
Yeah, there's still 3 minutes plus. I mean, first killer probably still has a hat trick. Unless there's 30 seconds left, I would not count out a first killer hat trick. Let's put it that way.
100%.
I mean, that boy can score fast. Might be about to score here if they don't clear that off the backboard, and they did. So, I tell you, the Pioneers defense has to be laser focused if they want to stop First Killer and, well, First and Friends, as Rogue has come to be called lately.
And speaking of high goal scoring, you wouldn't have expected this from Torment in the fall, but in winter, and I mean looking like even now, he's been a ridiculous goal scorer for version 1, and just recently got another one of his own to break the tie in their game against the Knights. Also, I believe Toasty grabbing a goal to bring things into a 1-goal game with Space Station. It would really surprise me if Space Station and Oxygen goes the distance. I was expecting Space Station to look a little stronger right out of the gates, and Envy out of the gates, they grab an early lead against La Familia.
Well, Space Station probably just relieved that they've got Arsenal's internet functioning again. Remember, they had to play with a sub, as Arsenal did not have functioning interweb throughout the first regional of the split. They're going to be fine in the points. Again, they dominated the fall split. But, that was kind of a feels bad for them. By the way, the scoreless tie lasted a little bit longer than I thought it would between Envy and La Familia, but I believe it was Turbo has added one for Envy. Again, this is the chaos of this bracket. Now, in previous splits, or at least in the winter, we at one point might have 8 matches and 8 different streams to focus on throughout. We still kind of do, but we've refined it just a little bit. We're not going to keep jumping around constantly like we were in the past. It's kind of nice to just kind of focus on these matches and not have much else to worry about.
No, I like it. Yeah, there was so much going on at once, and being able to really just hone in on something and get a feel for the flow of the game, I think it's so crucial. Beyond just looking at the score line and seeing who's getting more points than someone else, it really does require a lot of attention to see who's playing better than who. But it's I thought Space Station was going to score off that ball just going off the post of the Oxford defense.
Just waiting on that first killer goal to tie things up. I'm sure it's coming sooner rather than later. It's going to have to for Rogue. Pioneers have done one heck of a job keeping Rogue off the scoreboard. It is not an easy task.
Oh, no. Without a doubt, one of the most explosive offense. And, I mean, as everybody has been saying, First Killer is at the head of it. Zypical, another one of those massively influential players in terms of generating offense and catching opponents off guard on defense. He grabs a goal of his own. 0 seconds, KCP taking game 1 over Rogue.
It's an upset. Yeah, it's only one game. It's only one game.
Oh,
poor Spaceman.
Look at Spaceman.
Yeah, and he looks defiant. It's like, yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not mad. It's fine. It's one game.
Yeah, he looks poised, ready to play.
Yeah, right.
Showing up to fight.
I mean,
like it.
He looks like he's about to run out onto the field and set the record straight and really get their heads back in the game. We'll see as the day goes along. Meanwhile, Envy just continues to pound La Familia. I feel bad for these guys. I mean, could they not get? I mean, who else is in this thing? Could they not get I don't know. Could they not get Alpine? Could they not get Xset? They had to start with Envy? Like, oh. Well, you know what? It only gets better from here, La Familia. I promise.
Yeah, it's oh my goodness, Turbo, another one.
Man, oh man. Just like enough already. They're dead. Oh, that's an own goal. Oh boy.
Oh,
well,
no.
well, you know, they couldn't score on Envy's net, so they might as well put one in where they can. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
we'd like to apologize. This is probably considered obscene content in some number of states and or countries. What Envy's doing to La Familia right now.
Yeah,
I promise it does get better.
Oh gosh, and now Space Station, I think they're probably feeling it right now.
Yeah.
Rettles just booming it, and nobody's home for the defensive oxygen. Now Pittsburgh Knights up by 1, but there is 3 minutes left in that game. KCP up by 1 again. Rogue, I mean, they had their chances. I've got faith in them to bring this one back, but you know, you let KCP hold on to a lead for too long, and the game will get away from you.
And of course, a reminder that, again, all these games are available right on any other Twitch stream. I mean, really, if you just go to the browse tab on twitch.tv and just look up Rocket League, you'll probably find, actually, I can tell you how many of these you'll find in the first row of streams. Probably a lot. So I try to find that. Of course, why did I even try to do this? Doing this live was an absolutely terrible idea. You've got, let's see.
Yeah, I mean,
scrolling down. Yeah, you got the V1 stream in there, Space Station. It's not over on Johnny Boy's stream. I think that might be why Space Station's a little harder to find, but I think the views will come in. They got a crazy broadcast going, by the way. Yeah,
6-0.
It is
6-0. That is not
it's
the
about to be 7.
entrance you want into the grid. Losing 0-6 to Envy. I mean, to be fair, as we mentioned, it's Envy. If you're gonna lose 0-6 to somebody, I'd rather it be them. They're such a strong roster, have been since their inception, and they've only gotten better, I feel like. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we got the Brazil setup. There we go.
Oh,
Envy has shown just a smidge of mercy. Or is it all aboard the comeback train?
Yeah, I'll let you believe that. I won't call them out just yet. But Space Station, they were looking a little weak at the start, ended up finishing that 5-1 to tie up the series against OXG. So, you know, maybe it'll be a little more dominant from here on out. Ooh, Gimmick just bodying that one into the right post. That's now a 1-goal game.
I told you, they got the Brazil setup. Missed at 0.
Oh no.
Brazil.
Oh gosh.
We got
that's
there.
That's not nice. That's not nice at all.
Welcome to the grid, La Familia. Oh, mercy. There was none to be had there.
I would say it's only up from here, but it might not be, and I'm worried about that, Stacks.
Look, it's one series, you know. I mean, look, you're gonna lose to NP anyways at some point in the season. Get it out of the way now. Then you could go on a win streak the rest of the way. Toasty has opened up the scoring. What a pinch! This ended up deep into the corner. Oh no! Yeah, that was deflected.
Not bad. Good speed from all of them. Oh, who's this? Calm off the backward. Goalie demoed. Torment, no. Just didn't hit the read, and I think they were out of boost as well.
Yeah, they are.
Maybe a big counterattack, though.
Oh, he's always open.
No.
Oh, there's never been a shot Calm doesn't like it. Torment ties the game too. Oh, here we go. 15 seconds left. So we got one OT down. I'm sorry, I'm making tally marks here because it's going to be a fun little stat to track throughout the day. Let's head over to the version 1 side. Final 15 seconds of regulation on the V1 side with Lawler and Supersonic.
I feel like it's going to be an OT. Never mind. I gotta go.
Take it off. Take off the hoodie.
Give it back. Really comfy though. It is. Nice and warm, dude. I'm kind of toasty. I don't want to take it off.
I'm gonna open my window after this game.
Feels like it's gonna be a pain. That's what I need to do. I need to go grab my pain sweatshirt out of the closet, put that on.
Is it just
All
a picture
still
of
alive
Spain
here.
but without an S?
Have you not seen it? It's the little dinosaur comic, and it just says pain. He's just standing on the beach.
Oh, it's so sad.
It's not cute though. It's
Oh,
Right, yeah, we're totally going to overtime, I promise. Oopsies.
yeah, that's brutal. I was looking forward to that.
So was I. And then we swap over, and then immediately it's ruined. By the way, how about LJ? What a redirect.
Oh,
Look at the boy.
yeah, Oxygen looking pretty damn good, and so is KCP. 30 seconds left on the clock. Not only did they hold on to that lead, it's 3-0 now against Rogue.
Yeah, of course, there's one thing that kind of gets overlooked with the grid, but it certainly does matter. The highest performing team, in the top 6, that would not get into the major through regional points, they're going to get through into that spring major and all the points that'll be available there. So, I think teams, especially with this format of the grid, I think teams are going to be kind of perking up a little bit like, hey, we got to take this seriously. And I don't think teams necessarily, some of them, took the grid as seriously as maybe you would have expected them to in the winter or certainly the fall.
And Oxygen is peaking. They're up 3-0, half the game left against Space Station. And this is for the lead in the series to grab match point, I believe.
Our spokesperson from La Familia, aka Iceborg, tweeting at us, "It does not get better. We play FaZe and then NRG next." My lord.
No.
Who put that schedule together? I want them on this call at some point today. I have words.
Welcome to the
Good
grid.
grief.
Oh my god, that's brutal. Oh, you just barely scrape your... I mean, they did well. Won't characterize it like that, but they just got into the grid first day in, and they're up against Envy, FaZe, and NRG. That is just rude, honestly.
Wow. Absolutely just wow. Well, you know what? Okay. It gets better after today.
Yeah, tomorrow's a new day. Absolutely. I don't know if the results will be different. Oh, Space Station bringing it back against Oxygen. Could be. It's a 1-goal game now. And KCP, no way they 3-0 here. No way they 3-0 Rogue.
That is surprising. We've been told it does not get much better on day 2, by the way.
For La Familia?
We're looking ahead for La Familia, yeah.
Oh, no. I'm
boy.
sorry, guys.
Well,
it only gets better next split, maybe?
Yeah, next split? Next split? Come on, have a little faith.
We'll see how it goes.
Actually, okay, so now we need to think about, let's see, out of their first 7 series, let's have a little competition. Who gets more game wins out of the first 7 series here? La Familia or the last team you played on in the RLCS?
Okay, rude. They aren't even here. That's very, very uncalled for, Stacks.
I think it was very called for. I'm trying to give them something to aspire to. I'm trying to give them a bar to clear.
And I mean, I'm looking at the bottom right now. I cannot believe Rogue haven't woken up yet. They seem a little too quiet.
Yeah, it's okay. Never mind. Surely. There you go.
All right.
Rogue scored. This is not a drill. I repeat, Rogue has scored.
And watch them reverse sweep from here. It is
Oh,
not
of course.
even out of the realm of possibility.
Oh, how'd that stay out? On the top left. Okay, Reynolds ties it.
I
We got a
almost missed
couple.
that.
We got a couple that are brewing here between Oxygen and Space Station. And I think we're going to swap over here to SSG
No.
Mission Control. Oh, what a save.
Oh.
We got overtime brewing with SSG and like all 10 of their casters.
We're going into overtime. They had a massive comeback and tied the match for game 3.
Toasty with the pass. Oh, it's past him. Is anyone in net that can save this? A whiff from Reddles. It's all right. Looks like they're going to get some space here with that pinch out to Reddles. Reddles just has to dodge an ammo here. He has full boost to work with. There's not enough time for a pass. Really good timing on that attack from Oxygen.
Oxygen trying to take one out of SSG's book and going for the bumps and demos here. Not succeeding as well as SSG was doing.
It's an open net. And he scores
Seminole
it!
scores! And
Well
SSG
played.
takes game 3. SSG takes game 3. What a comeback from the boys. We love to see it.
Is this Rocket League?
This is Rocket League.
This is Rocket League.
So Space Station on top now, 2-1 over there. Got another one brewing on the other side, version 1, and the Pittsburgh Knights, they're in OT. Let's go back to Lawler and Supersonic now that we actually have an overtime.
You're boostless doesn't mean you're useless, and that's something Gimmick's really playing through today. He's been on that ball. Even when he's out of boost, he's picking up the nickels, picking up the dimes, grabbing those, and trying to make use of whatever he can to stay in that play and keep the rotation. A lot of times you run out of boost and you cut yourself out of the rotation to go get boost. You kind of screw up the guys behind you. You got to stay on the ball and make sure the rotation stays moving.
Quality confidence from Cobb. 2 fakes on that back end to bring it into the midfield.
Danger here, has time.
A little bit awkward touch by Torment, low on boost. Gonna let Gimmick take control. It's a flip reset and ends up bouncing straight back down. Be up to Calm, plays it up high, and nobody gets the challenge here. Low on boost, need to be careful. Trying to get a pass across back to his teammate. And it's a neutral 50 Torment. Gonna be able to take it. This one settles for PK. Seeing if they're gonna go midfield. It's been so a lot with these interesting redirects, but it's a good touch here to keep it awkward. And they should be able to play it past. Actually, a miss on both. Can he get a touch? He's going to play it up high. Where's the shot? It's coming across. It's top left. It's again saved by the defense of Pittsburgh Knights. One after another, just can't find the back of the net. But it's a mistake, a shot opportunity, and a goal for Gimmick.
Finally, 6 minutes, 44 seconds of play of just constant pressure, it felt like, out of the V1 guys. Sosa and the boys on the side of PK making save after save, but eventually it had to break, and Gimmick is the one to get that shot.
Version 1 now on match point. Home team wins when we swap to their stream. And now we head over to Rogue and the Pioneers. They've got another overtime brewing. And let's listen in to the Rogue HQ with Spaceman.
This is our chance, chat. Can we do the only right thing, would just score at this point? Overtime goals, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be great? Cross almost there. Oh, the speed's starting to pick up for Rogue now. Don't you like to see that? That first goal gives the ball away. I don't care what you try. That flip reset won't work. All right, so we're passing it to the corner. Now you got to go for control. Bring out the aerial. Turn Turo. Flip reset over the corner. First killer. Circling back into the box. He'll take it out. Self-center pass. Oh, yeah. Oh, if you end it here, you know what you're getting. I love that car. Sorry, I'm getting caught up. There's a shot. Good save. Again, this is basically for series. KCP win this. They win 3-0. Rogue looking to come back, make it 2-1. I wouldn't say Rogue looked finally warmed up. They just look like they turned on their PCs. Good pass. Oh, no one else recovered. That's a mistake, and that will be the series. Well, that's just unfortunate. A very, very slow start to day one, but it's okay. It happens. Slow start, folks. That is just how. Listen, you can have that series. We will have the regionals. I will make that trade-off. Okay, I will. You can do that. You can take that series. I will take the championship. That's fine. I'm not stressed. Us here at Rogue HQ WRGE Radio, I am fine with that being the way this works. Now, we need to pick it up a little. We need to get a little bit better. We need to get a little bit better, just a little.
Spaceman. And now imagine having to cast with this man on a weekly basis.
Just ludicrous.
I think it is. I think he makes it his job to try and crack me up every time. And man, he's more successful than he isn't. That is for sure. But Rogue was not successful. They were destroyed by the Kansas City Pioneers, including that overtime winner. Speaking of absolute destruction, Space Station is putting the boots to Oxygen as well. They took the lead in the series. They've taken a commanding lead in Game 4. Envy up 2-0 on La Familia, but I do believe La Familia is battling back.
Ooh.
We got signs of life here in Game 3.
Yeah, 2 goals against Envy. That's not bad. I mean,
they've given up 4,
okay.
but that,
There you go.
The 2 goals is not bad. The 4 on the other side is no bueno.
Yeah, I will take 4-2 over that Brazil any day of the week, but probably not ideal. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we will leave it at that. We will turn our attention back over towards version 1 and the Knights. Perhaps they are scoreless for now. That has been an entertaining series. Of course, we get to kind of keep an eye on all the streams as well behind the scenes. You got, multi-twitches and everything going on, and seeing these teams battle back and forth has been quite a treat. It would not surprise me if we have maybe even 2 more overtimes left in the series between V1 and PK.
Yeah, PK's been surprising me a little bit, from what I've seen. V1, although they haven't, been playing at their peak, it's not quite realistic for them to do consistently. They've been looking pretty solid. I've liked what I've seen from Com. It doesn't seem like anybody's not feeling it today, So seeing PK keep up so well, that's what I like to see.
Of course, new personnel on the stream on the top left with Space Station. You heard them during the previous overtime when we listened in. I believe it was Widow and Ranny on the cast of them, but they've got a list of people that are going to be on. They're going to have Tryhouse, Miramasa, Beads, Nito's going to be on there at some point, Chell, Kia. Just everybody that they've got signed just about to do anything Rocket League related. They will probably be on SSG Mission Control, but right now Mission Control is about to be mission successful as Space Station dominating Game 4 over former Jamal Jabari. Axel Toss's return to casting begins with an L. SSG takes that series, and Torment playing the role of the fun police, taking overtime away from us, perhaps.
Hey, I'm happy for Torment. Last couple of splits, he has been the source of so many goals for version 1. I don't know how he's doing it. I actually do need to look at their replays a little closer and see just what's going on here, because honestly, if I had to give just a guess out of the blue, it's closer to 50% than it should be.
Well, that series is indeed over, so there are not 2 overtimes waiting. This chat didn't spam the RLCS OT enough times. That's what we need. That's how you summon overtimes here on the grid overtime. But that's fine. That's fine. First show of NA. First round of NA. How about Envy and La Familia still battling?
Yeah, La Familia with, I believe, 4 goals now against Envy. Envy's still in the lead somehow
they
after
have
getting
to
scored on 4 times. You don't see that too often, but hey, that's not too bad against Envy.
I feel like Envy's just playing whack-a-mole right now. It's like, okay, we're up by 2. You're done, right? Nope, here we are again. Bonk. All right. We'll see how long this lasts here. He's got a minute to go. Still trying to defend against just this buzzsaw of a team they've got in the opening round. Again, it's round robin, so I mean you're gonna play everybody. I guess you get them out of the way early. That's all I can say for these guys. This is a rough draw.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm new to the grid, you know, I'm a relatively new team, I suppose I want to get the difficult teams that I have no chance beating out of the way first, and then as time goes on, I warm up a little more, we get used to each other build chemistry. Then I play against the teams I'm a little more able to beat. I suppose this is probably the optimal kind of set of matches for La Familia, you know, early on at their worst, they're going up against the best teams, and as they get better, they could maybe take games off teams we wouldn't have expected this early on.
I'd like to start with the teams that we can beat early on, though. You know, like East Granville Vocational Institute, Great Lakes Science Institute. You know, some of those teams. I want to play just a bunch of high school teams nobody's ever heard of.
Oh,
that you know have just like a bunch of bronzies, and you know, I want to get some dubs under my belt first. That's all.
yeah, I mean, I guess you just want to smurf on all the high school teams. I don't know if that'll happen, but I mean, yeah, La Familia. I suppose I could say they looked better than expected going up against Envy. You know, 4 goals against Envy, even if it was you know, match point, Envy still got the win. That's not bad.
As mentioned, they've got FaZe coming up in the next round.
Yeah.
My lord, that is the worst first day you could ask for. They've also got Space Station Gaming coming up a little bit later today. So they don't have NRG coming up today, but that is indeed tomorrow with G2 NRG. Just a rough draw to start thinking about. I mean, maybe Space Station will need a sub. I mean, you know,
Maybe.
maybe they'll put Safi up there. Like, let's get you some
gosh.
reps.
I guess
You
the one
know what? No,
caveat for,
have some faith.
Have some faith. Yeah, I was gonna say the one caveat for La Familia is that G2 Rizzo is sayonara to Rizzo. Drees is in now. I don't think we've seen. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not too sure how they'll perform with Drees. If they'll be looking good. He's a very different player from Rizzo, so I'm interested to see how. Yeah, a little bit. Interested to see how the whole team dynamic changes. You know, Jane Apps in Chicago, so fast, such mechanical players. It'll be interesting.
Well, let's look back at just that opening round again. We had those 4 matches going, and there you see your winners on the left, your losers on the bottom right. The KC Pioneers, Envy, Space Station, and V1 all take care of business. Pioneers and Envy with 3-0 sweeps. La Familia and Rogue are tied in the standings. I bet you did not have that in your pool. Granted, after 1 round, and the Knights and Oxygen at least took a game, but that's all they took. A lot of teams still yet to play here. Of course, we got Alpine, E United, the Phoenix, many more to come throughout the day. But we also, of course, get to look back at some of the clips that we saw in the opening round. Maybe some of the stuff that we might have missed along the way. We have a lot of those highlights that now we can focus on now that we have this little downtime in between rounds.
More individual. Whoa! Rapid coming out. Beast Mode sends it straight down. KCP is on fire.
We've talked about this for week after week.
Seconds left. Will there be a goal? Will we see the first OT of the series and of the day? I feel like it's going to be an OT. Never mind. I gotta go.
Take it off.
Demos here, not succeeding as well as SSG was doing.
It's an open net. And he scores
Sentinel
it.
scores! And
Well
SSG
played.
takes game 3. SSG takes game 3. What a comeback from the boys.
We'll be right back.